Hello and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sunaina. Welcome back to my channel. With regards to a quick update on the Divine Masculine and the Twin Flame journey in here, the time frame would be around this time, which would be from the 12th of May until the 16th of May. That's a time frame I have taken for this reading. But again, it's not time stamped, guys. You can be whenever you're called to watch this video, you can definitely watch this, but for me, I have to take a time frame with regards to the energies that I get out here. Now, interestingly, when I have the cards on the table, I was looking for the energies, of course, that has come flying out on the higher self, the mind space, the heart space, and the 3D here. And in the mind space, we have the Five of Cups. In the heart space, we have the Five of Cups in reverse. And in the 3D, again, we have the Five of Cups, guys. Okay, so there is a lot of loss about the entire situation that the Divine Masculine is now waking up to, the reality. And that is the reason he is also realizing what he has lost out for so long. And the grief, there is self-pity on himself as well, because he now knows that not only has he wasted his time fighting this connection, sorry, but he has also kind of given the Divine Feminines a very hard time in the past, okay? In the past and whatever time frame that this has happened. So that entire, whenever he is revisiting, that area of his life, whenever he is watching himself unfold in this twin flame journey with his Divine Feminine, that sense of loss, that sense of grief, that sense of self-pity on this entire journey, on his own understanding before the past, whatever he has done before, is now really resurfacing for him, and he's in a state where he feels that he should have been more open to this connection before. He should have realized what this connection was for him. But instead of doing that, he took the connection in the wrong way. And that kind of now is giving him trouble, because in his higher self, in his mind space, in his heart space, in the 3D, he's looking at the two pictures of what he has done before and what he is doing now. And he's regretting the time loss. He's regretting having given the Divine Feminine a hard time. He's going through that kind of suffering, and the suffering is very much related to you, Divine Feminine, with you, is related with the Divine Masculine, between the two of you, as well as with this twin flame journey, guys. Okay, so yes, so that is what the entire, because when the card is a duplicate in three places, it brings in a lot more message. And this is one card that has come out 3 times in 3 different places, which is, of course, a big time deal. So because of all this, guys, Divine Feminine, the past, the regret, the loss, the suffering, the pain, all those things that he now realizes his mistake. He realizes what he had done was so wrong. He realizes that he had not only self-doubted this entire connection, but he had also had mistrust on this connection. He had mistrust on you, Divine Feminine. He had mistrust on the spiritual connection as well. So, all those things from the past, he's not being able to completely overlook that, and that's there with him. It's there, that resentment is there. But again, that is who he is at this point in time. His focus was so much on certain things before that he was not able to see and see his own connection with you, or see his own mistake that he was making with you, but all those things are now resurfacing for him, and I'll explain more when I come to it. But with the higher self energy at this point in time, he definitely wants to seek his wish fulfillment, the Nine of Cups. Okay, so good, bad, evil, ugly, whatever, right, wrong situation, through everything, through all the mess, he definitely wants his Nine of Cups. There is no doubt about it. He was wanting the Nine of Cups, and for which the romance angel guide is telling him to keep that passion going. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, because that is what he needs now, to open up and accept the right, to open up and accept the wrong, to open up and accept his mistake, whatever has happened. But at the same point in time, going forward towards his wish fulfillment, letting go of all control issues that he had been holding before, to allow his heart and soul to sing in joy, to reignite this beautiful passion of your journey, twin flame guys. Okay, so that's the 5D world for him. Now again, in his mind space, guys, the Five of Cups, okay, it is symbolizing the disappointment, the feelings that come when things go differently than expected. And like I said, he's feeling unhappy that a certain situation that he thought would have actually manifested in a different way didn't turn out that way. Okay? So there is a dwell in the past. So whatever this man, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, had contemplated would have gone right in his life, had not definitely gone right. Instead, he wasted his time, he wasted his energy, he wasted his money, he wasted his emotions to bring those things that didn't come back to him. Okay, and in return for doing all that, he had also wasted his time in regards to his connection with you, Divine Feminine, and in this twin flame journey. So there was a complete waste, that he has gone through. And this is the reason he is still dwelling in the past in his mind space, There's a feeling of self-pity for what has happened, feeling of regret for what has happened. Plus the fact, very important, the water that has spilled out from the cups, it's telling him that he has missed an opportunity with you in the past. And, this problem is more on emotional and not on material or financial. So this is very much emotional self for the divine masculine, that he what he did in the past with himself, with his outside circumstances, with everything that he was thinking would have manifested the right result for him, did not. And all that thing went wrong. And in the event, of course, in the event, he definitely had lost out that beautiful time that he could have had, with you, Divine Feminine. Rather, there's this, he was so adamant on bringing everything else but the journey together. That was that time, when he was not focused on this journey. He was not focused on you, Divine Feminine. He was more focused on other areas of his life that, of course, did not manifest. And that is the reason today, guys, emotional loss is hurting him, okay? He is still hurting inside. And, that is something he's not being able to get rid of. It is sitting in his zone. He is not being able to get rid of that energy because it's hurtful, And now he realizes that he had done all this because he was insecure of this connection. And he was depending on other situations for his security. He was being a martyr in some cases, where he did not judge things well, really. He did not judge things well, And because he did not judge things well, he could not do the right stuff, guys, okay? And because of that insecurity that he had with regards to this connection, with regards to you, he was not able to move forward in the past, And that is a lingering resentment that he shouldn't have done this. He should have been more thoughtful. He should have trusted you. He should have trusted himself. He should have trusted the spiritual connection. He should have trusted his own self, his own intuition. But he didn't do all that, So that kind of left him high and dry. And, it happened because he was so insecure. He could not trust this connection. He did not believe that this could be something that he can actually manifest in the right way. And in that event, he ended up doing all the mistakes that he actually is now regretting for himself, guys. Okay? Now, but again, moving forward, there is in his mind space, he definitely wants to now close the cycle. He wants the world of happiness to come back to him. He wants to finish this cycle that he has been going through with you, Divine Feminine, and this twin flame journey. He knows that it is time for him to finish, give it a closure, bring back what he did not get in the past, to complete the cycle. But at the same time, he also knows that he will have to do it with a lot of care, guys. I mean, it won't be easy. It's not a cakewalk that he wants to do it and he will be able to do it. It's not so easy for him. He will definitely, for him to close the cycle, the other cycle, and to end one cycle, to begin the next cycle of his life with you, he will have to take extreme measures, okay? And that could create a lack of balance in that way, because when you're ending and beginning a new chapter in your life, you need patience, you need balance, you need harmony, you need temperance, okay? Where everything is in accordance with one another. But, this is where, again, he knows that for him to go forward, to move forward, to end that cycle, to begin that cycle with you, he will have to take extreme measures, and that could create a lack of balance. in the entire situation. Okay, but again, at the end of the day, what is to happen will happen. Okay, so he will have to find his balance, guys. He will have to find that excessive measure. He will have to find that balance to close this chapter, to finish this, and to begin the new chapter with you. That is where he will have to find his balance, divine masculine. It's nothing to do with you, divine feminine, but it's to do with him. It's him, okay? Everything is him now, guys, because divine feminine, you all have done your part of the job, and it's now up to him. How he manages to balance his situation, to close and begin the next chapter of his life, is entirely dependent upon his own wisdom. Okay, that's what I would like to say. So he will have to find the balance. You cannot find the balance for him. Now, going forward, he has the Ten of Pentacles, which is his complete the completeness of the cycle. Once he does this, he can move forward. He knows, and this is what he's going to get once the chapter closes and the new chapter begins. This is what is in store for him, the Ten of Pentacles. And he definitely wants to take that Ten of Pentacles now. From this journey, from you, divine feminine, from this connection, he is looking forward to getting back everything that he had lost out before, okay? His legacy with you, his inheritance of the seeds that he had planted, or both of you had planted in this journey, the full satisfaction of being in this beautiful connection, everything that manifests the wish fulfillment for him in the higher self, okay? So this is where he wants to go. This is where he wants to build the legacy with you, which is going to go for a long time, and this is a relief for the path here that had been filled with setback and challenges, and he has also gone through it. Not only you, divine feminine, even he has gone through it. So now he knows going forward, he can sit back, enjoy, relax, watch things grow with you, both of you becoming old together, okay, experiencing that planted seeds you had done, which is bearing your fruit today. And this is a card that is also talking about financial success and stability that he wants with you, that he now wants with you, okay? And this card is all about positive outcome. So therefore, the decisions that he will be making today will only bring a positive result, and that will last for generations to come. And this is what he is going to be moving towards once he manages to take care of the cycle that needs to be closed in order to begin the other chapter in his life, okay? But he knows that, whatever he has done, yes, it was a mistake. He regrets it. He's apologetic about it. He feels sorry about it. Everything is still there, but at the same time, in his mind space, he definitely wants to go forward to take the Ten of Pentacles from you, and there is no doubt, no indecision on that part of his life. Okay, he's not thinking twice about it now. He has, the only thing now that he needs to do is to balance himself and balance the situation in order to close and to end and begin the other chapter. But what he's coming after that, he doesn't have any indecision on that respect. He knows that, okay? This love is divine, this connection is divine. There is no doubt that this connection is only going to give him back his stability, is going to give him back all his success stories, is going to bring forward everything in his life that so far he has not been able to receive. Okay, and the universe has not been giving it to him because the universe is going to give it to him only through you, divine feminine, and through this journey, guys. Okay, so that is the reason at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are listening out, even the gentlemen, he is definitely moving forward towards that relationship even more strongly. Because now is the time he knows that he cannot just dilly dally anymore. And now he has seen through all the pros, through all the cons, through all the ups, through all the downs. He has seen where he stands with you. He has seen where this journey stands with both of you and where your love stands with each other. Okay? So nothing to worry about on that respect. Now moving forward, this is where he is going. Ace of Wands, guys. He's creating this in the higher space, in the mind space. He's creating this magnificent ending and beginning. Okay? And this he is doing through his willpower, through his inspiration, and through his desire. The Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, guys. Wow. And look here. Look here. The King of Cups. Okay? The Ace of Wands and the King of Cups. Wow. Wow. Okay? So, this is where I was coming to. So, all this that, everything that now he's doing, or he's going to be doing within this period going forward, is again with compassion, with control, with balance, everything. His emotions, that's where his emotions lie now. To create, to manifest this new beginning. That's where his emotions are resting at this point in time. That he definitely wants to take this emotion as the King of Cups, a beautiful king. I love this king for sure, He is one of those good kings. He has a lot within himself. So, this king is the most influential kings in the deck, okay? And this king represents creativity, represents emotion, and the unconscious also, okay? Plus, this king has the ability to restrain one's emotions and be fully in charge of their own feelings and impulses, okay? So therefore, for me, this card, or this King of Cups, represents a balance between the intellect and emotions. And also indicates, for me, guys, that there is a strong relationship between understanding and feeling, which he was lacking before, guys. Even if his feeling was there, his understanding about this journey was missing. But now, his feelings and understanding about this twin flame connection, about your divine love, about everything that he had been kind of putting in the back burner. He was not believing it. He was doubting it. Plus, he was not trusting his own intellect. Okay? But now everything has reversed. Everything has reversed. He has got into that feeling and understanding of this entire connection, of you, of your love journey, of everything that is there for him, waiting to receive him at this point in time, guys. Okay? So definitely, the wisdom is coming to him from the universe. Four of Cups in the reverse, guys. Okay? This is where he is getting his wisdom. This is where he is finding his understanding, what he has lost out on, what he has gained out of this entire loss, what is coming to him now, what has gone, what is not there is not there, all that, and what is coming to him is for him. So, all that understanding, there is a sudden awakening in his mind space where he's choosing his happiness and is accepting this relationship, this connection with you, Divine Feminine, as the most beautiful, spiritual, wonderful connection that one can ever have in their lifetime, And whoever gets it is definitely one of the blessed ones. That's what I would like to say, guys. Okay, definitely blessed ones. So this sudden awakening in his mind about this connection has jolted him, guys. Has jolted him. Okay, has moved him completely, shaken his foundation up. Which is at the same time telling him that he has no power, no domination anymore on this connection. Okay? Whatever strings he had remained attached with before has to be let go, has to let go. He cannot afford to be stingy with you. He cannot afford to hold back this relationship, this connection anymore. And he has no power, no domination over this beautiful twin flame journey anymore. Okay? This is the awakening. This is the understanding. This is everything that he has learned, he has accepted, he has understood in his mind space. And this is the reason why the bottom of the deck, he is going to hold on to this connection with his grit, with his determination, with his complete energy. Okay, the Seven of Wands, guys. The Seven of Wands. This entire thing is there for him. And this is what he today is going to hold on with perseverance, being defensive to maintain his own control over other situations, to keep you and your connection safe, Divine Feminine, to keep his connection safe with you. He is going to fight till his last breath. Okay, and that is what is there in his mind space, because he has realized that whatever he had done in the past is over, and now he has no control on doing anything more here anymore. He has to, he has no choice. As simple as that. He has no choice, guys. Okay, his heart energy, he has got the Three of Swords. Again, it's again the Five of Cups, kind of a lingering effect on him. Okay, whatever has happened, whatever has gone wrong, his pain, his suffering, his grief in the heart still remains, because he knows he is guilty of a lot of things, guys. Lot of things. He has not done right with you, Divine Feminine. Okay, so now he is in that place where he's kind of, his heart is kind of being pierced, because now he can see that he shouldn't have done it. He shouldn't have done it. He should have been more humble. He should have been more understanding. He should have taken this relationship in a very different way, but at that point in time, his ego, was so high that all he was doing was just nurturing his own desires, guys. He was only thinking about himself at one point in time in his heart, okay? And this is, he's realizing that because he was only concentrated upon his own self, what he wanted from this connection, he did not think about you. Nor did he give you an importance. It was all about him. He knows that. And that is what is causing him grief today. That he shouldn't have done this. He should have known better. It was all about, I want this from the divine feminine, or this twin flame journey is going to be. It was like, I want to be the person, I want to take control of the situation. I will manifest this twin flame journey the way I want to. I will dictate my terms, my conditions. And that was today, he is realizing that no. This was not all about him. This was about both of you. And that he had failed. And that he had failed in that portion. To understand the gravity of the situation of this connection, guys. Okay, he was so focused upon his own intentions, upon his own self-centeredness, and that is causing him grief today. Because today he is realizing that he had made a mistake. Okay? He had made a mistake, a huge mistake with you, Divine Feminine. He's regretting that. He's definitely regretting that very much. Okay? So, yeah, so, realizations come to people, guys. You have to understand that everybody doesn't wake up at the same point in time. The waking up period, it differs from person to person. But, with him, with the Divine Masculine, it was all about his own fruits of labor, what he's getting out of this connection, what he wants from this connection, what he wants from you, or what is suiting him. He was not bothered about what is suiting you guys, Divine Feminine. It was more so what is suiting him. What were the rewards? What were the luxuries that was only for him? And that today he realizes was such a wrong thing to do. And he is regretting about that today. He shouldn't have done this. He knows it now. He knows it now. So he understands. It's not that he doesn't, but he cannot tell you guys. He cannot, because it is very much in his heart. He realizes the connection. He understands what he has done wrong, where he has gone wrong. And therefore, moving forward, again, the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. He cannot afford to be reckless with this connection anymore. He cannot afford the false success of his own story. That success that was never there without you being a part of his life, okay? And whatever he was showing to you before, it was completely false. And that he realizes today. And that is creating the grief even more in his heart. So today it is, he knows he cannot be reckless about his spendings. He has to save for you. He has to save for both of you. Materialistically, financially, emotionally, everything that had been gone before. He has to bring it all back. He cannot afford to live in the way that he was doing before, because now everything is going to be equally shared before you, and there is no more holding back on his false success story with you. Okay? His success lies only with you, and that he has realized. Alone or with somebody else had no success story for him. So now he is realizing all that because, look here, in his heart he knows his wheel of fortune is turning, guys. Wow. So he cannot do all that he had been doing before with you anymore. No. He has to come out open, clean, truthful in every respect in order to go forward with this connection, in order to put the past behind, in order to make up for all that he had done wrong. He has to now go forward with this wheel of fortune because he knows in his heart everything is different today. Different. Okay? No more no more you know false stuff here. No more false stuff. There is no there is no duping one another here anymore. Universe is not allowing that anymore. That duping part is over, finished, done. Okay, he knows now. In his heart, he knows everything is changing. His destiny is changing. His destiny is changing. So he has no control on his destiny anymore. He has understood that. Okay. And at the same point in time, he's also searching for the purpose. He's looking at his choices as to manifest this beautiful connection. He's daydreaming about this connection as to how he can go around in his heart doing the right thing to end and begin the chapter in his life. Too many cards, but I'm going to take them because it's important. Because he wants back his Nine of Cups. He wants back his stability, peace, his wisdom. He wants back his Queen of Wands, fire. That's you, Divine Feminine, passion, love, romance, and his Four of Wands. That's stability. And that is the reason. Now look at his heart space, guys. Wow. And that is the reason he knows that he will have to continue working hard in the heart space. There's no choice. He doesn't have a choice because if he has to bring back all this in the right direction for himself and for the twin flame journey, the Ten of Wands will have to continue for him. He will have to bring the Ten of Wands. There you go. See here? Ten of Wands, Ten of Wands. Twice. Once in the upright, once in the reverse, guys. Okay? He will not be able to carry the baggage that he was carrying before. Okay? It's not going to make sense for him anymore. He will have to give up the baggage. He will have to give up all those guilt in the past, the pain in the past, the overstress, the burnt out stuff that he had been doing, his inability to have delegated his other things to other people so that he can move forward, in order for him to accomplish his own journey in the right possible way, with responsibility and taking the burden of this relationship along with him, of this twin flame journey, guys. Okay? So this is in his heart energy. He has realized, because the next card is a major arcana, the Lovers. He needs the love back. He doesn't want anything else, guys. It's enough for him. He is taking his heart energy, his mind space energy, his life in a completely different direction. Divine Feminine, you are going to see somebody who takes everything in a different way. And this is only, he's realized in his heart, guys, that the Star card, that with his love is the only thing in his life that can heal him, that can rejuvenate him, that can give him back his Nine of Cups, that can give him back his Ten of Pentacles, that can give him back everything. And this is where, in his heart energy, he has accepted the fact that he now needs to release himself from that Eight of Swords, being trapped anymore. Too many cards, guys. Okay, he needs to walk away from that. Sorry. He needs to walk away from that. He doesn't have to hold on. But he's just waiting to put a death to that situation. He's just waiting to free himself from this burden that he was carrying before. It's coming. But he knows he will have to put an RIP sign over that entrapment, over that situation that was holding him back. He needs to put finish it off kind of thing. But now he knows that he's, in that state where he needs a little bit more time to do his stuff in the right direction, for him to have moved forward in the right way. Because now, again, the Five of Cups in the reverse, at the bottom of the deck, is his acceptance to the story of your twin flame journey, guys. Okay, and he's doing that because in his heart, he has accepted. Okay, that's the reason he's moving on in finding peace for both of you in this journey, leaving behind all the baggages and everything else that was disturbing his peace before. Okay, so he doesn't want to carry them anymore. It's all over, it's done with, it's finished. He now wants to move forward. He wants to have a better life. He's taking everything in the right direction because that's what his heart energy is calling him out for. No more dilly-dallying. His mind space, his heart energy, everything is coming on the surface that is bringing forth all these beautiful energies that he now wants to manifest for himself, for both of you, and for this beautiful twin flame journey in the right possible direction, guys. Okay, so he is doing the right thing, definitely. I mean, he's not controlling the situation anymore because he has accepted that it's only you who can give him that peace, who can give him the love, who can give him that stability, who can give him all that he needs to be who he is, the divine masculine. Okay. Now in the 3D, in the 3D he has some confusion, there is some brutality, there is some chaos as well in the 3D energy. Okay, because he is going through a lot at this point in time. So there is some confusion, some brutality, some chaos, while he's trying to work with this connection here. But other things in the 3D is kind of giving him some trouble at this point in time, guys, okay? But again, this is only for this period in time where he is having to take this energy and work with it, because he's not being able to have a clear clarity of the mind at this point in time in the 3D, because right now, he's not in action with regards to this connection in the 3D, nor is he talking about it, because he needs clarity before he can talk about this connection in the 3D with you or have a complete discussion about this. So at this point in time, his energy is, he's taking his time, guys, he's taking his time to overcome this grief before he can open up to you. Look at this, Five of Cups again, the loss. This, because his confusion is about his own guilt more so. It's about his own guilt more so, so he's finding it difficult to let you know what he's been thinking in his mind space, in his heart space, because when it comes to actually communicating his heart, mind, and thought, or the higher self to you, he's definitely finding it difficult, guys, because he knows what he has done in the past is, that hurt, the pain, all that. When he opens up, when the clarity comes to him in the 3D, he will have to let you know. And that is what he is, kind of fighting with, to become a bit brutal about that situation, about the past, okay, to get a clarity, to become a little bit cold, a little bit harsh in reality, so that he can actually get the clarity out of the 3D situation, to talk with you, to communicate with you, and to forget this grief. He has to kind of tighten himself up a little bit more so that he will get the clarity of every situation for himself, to bring back his actions in the 3D in the right way, guys. Okay, so, but he is working on it. Everything takes a little bit of time. It doesn't happen in one day. And at the same time, right now, there's a kind of lack of passion, because, in the 3D, there's also going through a lot, which is kind of demotivating him. He's having a hard time in the 3D as well, So his 3D energy is a little bit topsy-turvy at this point in time, but that is who he is, which is why he's not being able to really bring back his love in the 3D at this point in time, That's going to take a little bit of a time in the 3D energy for him to get the clarity, to talk about it, to forget his grief, to become that cold. He's becoming that person to bring that love back in order to get a relief from all the situation, which will allow him to put a tower moment to all the baggages he's been holding in the 3D, which is right now he's holding on to the tower moment, because right now he knows it's not the time in the 3D until he settles down a little bit more in the 3D, and when the divine timing comes up, he will definitely give it a tower moment, and that's going to happen eventually. But right now, he is holding on to that tower moment because he knows that, he is purging right now. Again, see, he's purging, he's healing, he's getting over his loss, all the situations, that did not manifest for him in his own world, in the twin flame journey, all the mistakes that he has done previously that has killed him now, or is killing him now. And that is what he's letting it go, But at the same time, he's not being able to move away from all situations in the 3D, because he's purging, he's healing, he's taking his time, he's doing his stuff, he's correcting his wrong actions by himself, because he knows he has done a lot of things wrong. Okay, he has done a lot of things wrong with you, Divine Feminine, more so, and that is kind of giving him a very rough time at this point, okay? But again, he's staying put in the place in the 3D, because right now, until he clears his own energy in the 3D, he won't be able to start this beginning, okay, in actual, or manifest this beginning in the actual way that he would have otherwise done. But in his mind space, in his higher space, in his heart space, he has started to work on it. But in the actual 3D, it's going to take him some time to completely move away from all those wrong situations to begin this journey. Okay, that's coming to him. That's coming. And therefore, at this moment, he's kind of waiting. It's a waiting game, guys. Okay, it's very much a waiting game at this point in time, because right now, he's becoming in the 3D. Look at him, what he's doing. He's strategizing. But at the same time, he is being manipulative, he's being cruel, he's getting over his weaknesses that he had been earlier holding on to, when people had taken advantage of him before in the past. Okay? So he's changing his own self. That is what he's changing. And why? Because now he wants to free himself from all those burdens in the 3D as well. Okay? And he wants to free himself to take a leap of faith, the bottom of the deck, to take a leap of faith to move towards this beautiful relationship in the 3D as well. And for him to do this, he will have to change his own dictionary. Okay? He will have to manifest his own reality, which he is manifesting, which is taking him some time, but it's all happening. It is all happening. It has started to manifest from the higher self, and it is now going into a point where it's coming down and rolling down into the 3D as well. This is the energy update for the Divine Masculine, ladies and gentlemen. It's this is what it is, and this is what I see and what I tell you. But going forward, we will definitely see more changes in the man. And maybe for you, this change will come as a surprise to you as well. Because it is only with this change in himself that he had not been able to do before. He's going to be able to set himself free. And that is exactly what the universe is helping him to do, is to go forward with that kind of an energy, to move forward, to take that leap of faith into the next chapter of his life, to end the cycle and to begin the other beautiful cycle of his life. With this, I end my video, ladies and gentlemen. Take care. Till then, goodbye. God bless you. Namaste, Khuda Hafiz, and love you guys.